All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching the Battlexie AxSEA Games main stage. This is the playoffs. This is the finals, and today we're going to see who is the best player in Southeast Asia. My name is G-Tank coming at you. With me is Jaeger will be your castmates for today.
That's right, and just in case you didn't know, Battlesea AxSEA Games is sponsored by Blockchain Space, the guild hub of the metaverse that enables players to earn guilds to scale in the metaverse. Blockchain Space recently launched the Kaizen dashboard, a guild dashboard for AxSEA Infinity guild managers that will aid thousands of guilds and millions of players in managing their in-game assets in play to earn games, starting with AxSEA Infinity and branching out to multiple different games in the near future. Head over to app.blockchainspace.asia to sign up.
That's right. And yesterday, if you guys were watching the broadcast of Battlesea AxSEA Games, the start of the playoffs yesterday, we had quite a few very intense matches already, and for a couple of them, for one of them, it was some friendly fire within YGG. Unfortunately, Kosei, who was I think the only Filipino left in the standings, was eliminated by his Singaporean teammate El Momomo. So that was a little bit tragic to see, but that did mean that Nera also, who is one of the standout players that we saw, was able to take out Kosei in the winners bracket. So a lot of very exciting things coming out. A lot of really powerful players coming through in the Battlesea AxSEA games today.
That's right, and yesterday we did feature the pick and ban system, and so we got to see them choose from 17 AxSEA, and we saw a lot of skill come through inside the game where these players are playing with perhaps compositions they're not really used to, and one of the standouts really was the anytime a beast came out, there was a particular beast that was using the old style of Ronin, a couple of nutcracks, and the ivory stab. That was a delicious sort of thing to watch. And then I'm slightly traumatized by our games from yesterday, but there were no grass snakes. There weren't too many poison builds, thankfully. So that's nice. Yeah. But we did have pretty much it was a bunch of either they were going for the APB or APM as much as possible, or they were going for the catfish aqua. They did quite like that. They'd go for an attempted double aqua or the bird build. So there was a lot of that happening yesterday, and maybe happening again today because they could ban off one of the. I think there's only like 2 plants at the moment. They were kind of either stuck on being on a plant with a hot butt or being on a plant with a gravel ant. So that was pretty much the only options when it came to tanking as well. For today, I'm not entirely sure if it's pick and ban or if it's going to be them using their own rosters, but either way, we're going to be here and all the way to the end.
That's right. And I think there's one more. They have one more other plant that they can actually use. However, this is a little bit off meta. It's the pumpkin carrot one that we did see yesterday. Whenever it wasn't banned, it was played sometimes, especially when paired with the gravel ant plant and then a bird. That was some of the comps that did pretty decently yesterday. So today they can shake it up. We saw the classic bird beast plant come out as well. So that's something to look out for. Terminator was banned once, was not picked yet, so that could be something as well. Well, all of this to say that you guys have quite a lot of a lot of things. Oh, here we go. Here we have a better pick and ban.
Interesting.
So it is going to be Jet PCH versus S Guild Phi, and then you guys will see their bans and their picks, and me and Jaeger will be back once everything's sorted out. Alright, so there you go. Jets PCH will be going with an Aqua Mech Plant build, while Est Guild 5 looking for the classic Bird Beast Plant, as I did say so earlier. So let's see what they got in game. How are they going to play these against each other?
Is you saw a variation of Jetpatch's team at the moment, but well, Guildfy Est Guildfy is going for something of a risky team, as he does have very little sustainability if that plant disappears.
Yeah, and it looks like they're both going to be a little bit cheeky, steal some energy from each other. At the end of the day, they'll only get 1 energy each. They'll be able to steal 1 out, but, you know, they're going to have 3 energy at the end of the day. Fair trade, but really not much going on there. They just kind of wasted 2 energy for each of them. At least as Guildfy was able to get a little bit of a card draw there. But here we go, the backdoor immediately from S Guildfy. This one should kill, especially with that crit 228, finishing off that Aqua, not giving it a chance to get into Last Stand even. But now the revenge coming in from Jet PCH. He's going to go for the backdoor on the bird this time.
Slightly overkill, but making sure, you know, doesn't hurt. And
better over than under.
It's true, this beast's about to do a serious amount of damage to the plant on the front line. No poison applied. There is slow poison ticking onto this plant in the front, though. Don't have to worry about it just yet, but that Stinky Ray is almost ready to go once again for Jet PCH, and is actually going to come into play here, as he's just lost his plant. But here it is, backline, and are we not looking at dead beast?
Oh, it's not a dead beast. No, not at all. It survives, but just barely.
Look at all that energy. I think he knows it as well. He has just lost this game. And so, well played there by EST Guild FI. Great name.
Yes, EST.
So, but, Estimated Guild Fiction is the full name.
I think they're actually from the Guildfy Guild, so that's why they got Guildfy in the
also EST is Eastern Standard Time Guild Fiction. Okay.
That's also true. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, that's a good game number 1. A little bit too hard for the mech to get the kill on the beast there. So good job, Est Guildfy. Let's see what they got in their second game, because honestly, the classic Bird Beast plant looks like it's a strong contender in this meta.
Yeah, that was some serious damage. Completely cleared the front line, the second line, the front line, and then the back line in that order. And the damage that was coming back just was not enough. And, you know, you go for a bit more survivability in those situations. And it kind of makes sense to you until you lose to it. And that also came down to the luck of the draw as well, because all the bird cards, all the beast cards that came in were a perfect amount of damage. If that mech had perhaps picked out a stronger damage card there, instead of, you know, one of each, that could have been a kill onto the beast, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just don't have the cards.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why, you know, RNG is a huge factor still in AxSEA Infinity. You can have as consistent as the team you want. Sometimes you really just won't be lucky enough to get the cards that you need. So unfortunately, that's kind of what happened here. Let's see if, you know, I do think it's still very possible for Jet PCH to come back from this. It's only 1 game.
No, this is it. This is done. All that momentum's gone.
God, but here is the draft. Thankfully, it's a little bit faster than yesterday, so we won't be on the same screen for as long as a time. But yeah, we'll be right back when the game pops. All right, so there you go. They have their picks. The Aqua Bird plant for Jet PCH, but SDL5 going for the Aqua Beast plant. So they're both ABPs in some way, and then we'll jump into the game.
And here we go. As it is the mirror matchup. It's a perfect mirror.
Except for
No.
It's a perfect. All right, it's a perfect mirror.
Do you know what denial is?
ABP. They're both ABP. It's fine.
They're both mirrored ABPs. Both have the Breast and the Plant and Aqua, so no need to worry.
The Breast?
Yeah. Probably could have phrased that better. Actually, this sounds like I'm mispronouncing breast. So.
Yeah, I was about to say
the Beast, perhaps. Just the bees.
The beard. The beard.
I can't say pair of bees because that's beard. Yeah, maybe. Beard.
Just like what you have, a very magnificent beard.
And you have a glorious little Spanish goatee.
That I do not like going out. But yeah, as we wait for the cards, guys, it is the same plant, the same Aqua, but they have a difference in the bird and the mech. Now, that bird is a backdoor bird, the classic little owl that we are so very used to these days. Or we have been, although it does have a different ear. I think that's standard across everybody. That does give it a little bit less speed, but a tiny bit more HP. So now, what Jet PCH needs to do is get a very decent backdoor in onto S Guild 5's Aqua before he can really do anything, and that should be sorted. But if Jet PCH can burst through the front two, or predict the egg manipulate from Jet PCH, then it's going to be a little bit of trouble for Jet.
I feel like if you grow out your facial hair, you'd look like a conquistador.
I do have the name for it.
You do. And the facial hair for it. You look like a proper conquistador. Do it. Do it, coward.
Like, I would, but it's not me who's gonna be paying the bill. Well, I'm gonna be paying the bill, but it's the girlfriend who's gonna get mad at me.
That's fair.
The thing is, right, it takes a while to grow it to a length where it actually looks good, and throughout all that, it's going to look like kind of bad. But Jet PCH making this plant look kind of bad for S Guild 5, going for a 3 attack right off the bat in turn 1, a very interesting strategy. Not really looking for the back door.
Decent standard time does have potential for a lot of damage and energy going into the next round. He can build back up with the double tail slap. He's got acrobatic, got sinister strike, and he's got 2 moves on the beast as well. But he doesn't use any of his aqua moves. Instead, he keeps his aqua alive just for a little while longer, doing some damage in return onto the plant on the other side, and they're almost equal on HP. Actually, brought down to 14. So, technically advantage, and a bit of energy to use as well. Here's going to use a double tail slap. Oh, that's very lucky. He goes into last stand there.
Yeah, it's that plant is gone. They have the sound of the same amount of HP as well. Oh, Jet PCH actually going for the back door here, and he will be able to get the aroma debuff, and unfortunately, that Aqua's not really going to be able to do much. A little bit of a wasted value there from S Guild 5, but he's still going to bring that Aqua down low, destroy an energy for himself.
Why did he use a card?
That I am not sure. I think he just really didn't have a choice. Trying to go for another destructive energy, but you know what's coming. Jet PCH with all of the bird damage. He's too fast, too furious, and that's going to be Jet PCH winning the second round, turning it back around, bringing it to 1 2-1. Quite a bit more competitive today than yesterday's games, I would say.
Yeah, it really is back and forth. These guys answer each other pretty well with the pool of AxSEA they have to work with. So yeah, not a battle response there from Jet PCH, but we'll see what the response is going to be in return. As Eastern Standard Time, he's going to have to think about it just a little bit. I think his initial idea was a little bit better. That fast, speedy damage. They actually exchanged their rosters basically.
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is, right, Jet PCH, he did want to get the backdoor going, and he did do it eventually, but the first move going for immediately going for the damage from turn number 1, it did give him some momentum coming into the mid game, but a lot of that was negated by the turn 2, turn 3 by a skilled fight. So maybe, getting a little bit more consistent there would be the key. Although, I mean, both of these guys are pretty dang skilled already, as you can kind of tell if you guys are watching closely. They have made it all the way to, I think this is fairly certain this is the winner's bracket that we're starting at. Oh, this is loser's bracket, my bad. So they're still skilled to make it all this way, but they are fighting for their tournament lives, and it will be going down to this last game to see who will stay and who will go.
Should I stay or should I go? Stranger Things season 1.
Far Cry 4.
That too. That was a good one. I actually quite liked Far Cry 4.
It was a pretty good game.
It's like, what was the name of the place? It was like based on Nepal.
Yes, it was. It was great.
I can't remember the name of the location, villain. But it was cool. Yeah, Ping something. That guy, voiced by Troy Baker, who also voiced Joel and Sam in Uncharted, and a number of other prominent roles. Ocelot, Metal Gear Solid 5.
A very talented man. I do love hearing that voice. Just like I love hearing yours.
Thank you. I love hearing yours too. Together, you and I.
That's why we cast all the time together.
I think probably 90% of my casts this year have been with you.
Yeah, same. You love to see it though when you have a consistent partner. It makes everything a lot better. You already have that synergy. You don't have to worry about sounding weird or any inside jokes that people might not catch.
Just so there's the synergy. We always cast together. We even live close to each other. Sometimes I think that we might just be in love, and that's just what it is.
It is what it is. You can't put a price on love, as they say.
Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, that's kind of illegal, though.
Depends where you are.
Yes, there are some places where it is completely fine, but for you guys who are watching, it's probably not. So be cautious and be careful of who you give your heart to. I guess your wallet. Both of those things are very important.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Just about as important as our draft right here. This is going to be the last draft for this series. It's for the last match. Jet PCH and S Guild 5. What are they going to rock? We'll be back when the game pops.
It's a long picking ban.
Yeah, this was taking a little bit longer than expected. Alright, that's the picks locked in for both players. Jet PCH with the Aqua Aqua Plant, and it's S Guildfy with the Plant Plant Bird. Both are pretty good options, but in this case, I would say that Jet PCH is going to have a little bit of difficulty trying to get past those two plants since he doesn't have a lot of good beast or bug damage.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit awkward for Jet PCH. And Eastern Standard Time, he'll be loving this. So let's see if this works out. This is the composition that gives EST his victory, because there are some things that can go wrong here, like only pulling plant cards and them not being strong plant cards, because a bunch of cleanses and pumpkins, and then it's enough space for the aquas to start trying to munch their way through that plant damage. And if an egg manipulate goes wrong and he loses that bird and loses all that damage, what do you do then? You know, you're done fool.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta be difficult if Jet doesn't find a way past those two. So we're going to be going into the game. Let's see what they actually do in this situation. It's going to be a very interesting one, I think, because this is something that we used to see quite a bit in the meta Season 19, Season 20, and ladder. And now, because of the format that we have, we're still going to be going with it now. However, for Jet PCH, his back Aqua, if he puts that into a 1v1 with a bird, very, very likely that he's going to win. But the problem is getting to that point.
Well, all depends on that first draw, doesn't it? Let's see what cards get pulled. What damage can be done?
Yep, and as we wait for once again, just waiting for the cards to be drawn, it is a pretty good Sunday. Hope you guys are having a good time in your lives, wherever you happen to be. I hope you guys are doing great, feeling great, and thank you for choosing to spend your time with us on this broadcast.
Again, it takes a bit of time because there is the observer delay, and also because they 5-head their first moves every time.
Yeah, definitely. But this time, this is not a 5-head move. This is kind of a 4-head move. Look at that. He's gonna go for XS Gilify. He's gonna go for a little bit of an aggressive line there. Gonna take some energy away, as well as negate the threat of a vegetal bite for next turn. But that does leave him with only 1 energy, at least. Jet PCH only has 2 on his own.
The good thing about doing that damage early on as well is if he takes a cactus up next, he'll get to do a lot more damage than what Jet PCH can do, and so making sure that the HP is lower to get them that speed boost can be quite a smart thing ahead of time. Using a shield and another vegetable bite, just trying to limit the energy gain here, but he's still gonna have 5 energy regardless going into the next round.
Yeah, a little bit of mitigation there. At least SKL5 was able to get full value from his own vegetable bites, even though, you know, drawing his cards in that way through Pumpkin, I kind of don't agree with, because you're sacrificing Pumpkin early to get card draw, while you might need it later for actual shielding. I don't quite agree with that, but you know, if it makes him happy, I guess that's fine. Alright, and there you go, Jet PCH. This time he's gonna go for the back door, the egg manipulate at the end as well, because he can't find the damage that he really needs. I don't think he was able to play another card from his other AxSEAs as well, so the plants are not going to be able to participate in the back door, unfortunately, and that's S-Guild 5 with his primary damage dealer out of the picture already. Not the best of starts here.
Oh, it's still salvageable. You still need to get all that damage going through these plants, but yeah, yes, he's gonna have to start thinking about doing damage and not just stealing energy non-stop.
Yeah, now that his Vegilobites have been used, Jet PCH is kind of confident that he's not going to have it for at least a little while longer, allowing him to get some damage in, to get his own Vegilobites in. This will definitely kill the plant, though. Now it's a plant with 2 versus 2. And I'd say that S-Guild 5 still has a pretty decent chance here, a very good chance to win against 2 plants, especially considering that only one of them has a singular beast card, and that's going to be the Arco. So S-Guild 5, all he's got to do is keep alive, shield up, heal up, and try to get rid of the first plant, the one in the front, before going for the kill on the one in the back, although the double balloon brought him pretty close to death. And with 3 energy in the next round, I think Jet PCH, oh my god, what a crit! S-Guild 5 critting amazingly.
Oh, look
there.
at all those shields!
Unfortunate draw for Jet PCH! He doesn't have enough damage, and now look at this S-Guild 5! From the jaws of defeat, he's gonna snatch away victory with an amazing stand from his plant right there. Well played by S-Guild 5 there. Absolutely. It's a combination of skill and luck, so very lucky, but also very skillful.
Well played there. I mean, that I have not seen an unluckier draw ever. 2 balloon pops and just 1 speed up. It's one
really
more damage card would have seen it done, and that is, I guess sometimes it is what it is, I suppose.
That's the nature of the game, my friend, and unfortunately, the nature of this game is for S-Guild 5 to move on, Jet PCH. This is the last game for them. So, well played to both players, and sorry to Jet PCH, but, try again next time. There's definitely going to be more tournaments, but that means that S-Guild 5 will be keeping his tournament life alive. He'll still be competing for now.
Wow. Okay then. So there we go. We're jumping into a quick break before our next game. And so, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the Battlexie AxSEA games. This is the last day. This is the finals of this tournament, so I hope you guys are excited for that. My name is Cheetah Konacho. With me is Jaeger, and we just saw our first match of the day where it was a pretty good best of three. We went all the way, and ultimately it was S Guild Phi was able to best Jet PCH.
Yeah, Jet PCH, unfortunately, not pulling the right cards in the last possible hand of the series. And so, sometimes it does come down to the cards, but well played. I mean, those options that were available to EST, they wouldn't have been if he hadn't picked that specific roster. So, well played, fair enough. And now we go into the next game. We'll be having our pick and ban coming in very shortly as well. So we go, taking a quick look, El Momomo and AxSEA. El Momomo, of course, the most impressive player from yesterday, I think. AxSEA, let's see what he can pull to the table here, as well as the picks are coming in very quickly, and the bans. The catfish is gone. The aquas are in. There's a plant gone. Why is it so fast? There's a balloon pop gone. Oh my goodness, the aquas.
Oh man. He can actually cast this. It's not going to take so long, but yeah, Momomo's already gotten his picks in. Look at that. He's already grabbed the Aqua, grabbed the mech. Very big priority for the Aquas and mechs for these guys. And AxSEA, he also picked up an Aqua and mech. Look at the bans as well. They banned quite some very good axes. They really don't want to deal with the bumpy bone sail catfish Aqua. From what I see, it's kind of perma-banned here, and then they're going to end with the same plant. So these two guys, they're going to have pretty much a mirror match, I think.
Yeah, like you're exchanging Twin Tails and the hairballs for a fluffy bum and a fluffy top, I think. And you've got, it's a sneaky raid versus a kiss. So there are merits to both of these, but they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, so there is quite a little bit of a... There's a little bit of a distinct advantage for AxSEA's team here, I would say, if he was able to get the right... to get the right cards in the right order, because he has the back door. El Momomo does not. So El Momomo, he's going to go for raw damage. He's going to be going through the front. While AxSEA, he can choose to go through the front, he can choose to go through the back, but I don't think that his damage is actually enough with a 4-card barrage to kill an Aqua with just a single backdoor. He's going to have to do a couple of passes. Overall, I think they're both going to be looking to take the front runner out first, take the plant out, and then start working on the damage dealers, because that just seems to make the most sense.
Please start the game.
Yeah, it is a little bit nerve-wracking, but when we're waiting for the game, but we are going to be loading into it very, very soon. Thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for sticking around with us as well, and your patience will be rewarded as we will be getting into the game right about... Oh, there you go. There you go.
Timed it
Perfectly
perfectly.
timed. Definitely didn't have to stretch it out.
It was as cool and stretchy as you.
You can be. You just have to exercise a little bit. Keep those stretches going every day.
Never.
No, we're gamers.
I have the perfect esports body.
You know who actually has a perfect esports body? Asha Biceps. She went from CS to MMA.
I'll actually be able to jump sports careers like that are both equally as grueling and painful.
Couldn't be me.
Genie. Sneaky Raid versus the Kiss. I can see more damage coming off of El Momomo's mech, but I can see more potential coming off XL's mech.
Yeah. The outplay potential definitely lies with XL here, but I don't want to discount El Momomo just because he has so much raw damage potential that I don't think XL can really can deal with if he's not prepared for it, if he doesn't shield up at the right times. So it's going to be all about who can... I think it's all about who can utilize their tank better for this one, or who can get more value off of their tank before it dies. That can swing the balance here. And we're once again doing the dance of waiting for these cards to be drawn. Can't really play the game without cards being drawn. It all depends on turn 1 draw. Well, it really doesn't, but some of it does. I just wanted to say that to look cool, sound cool. Ah, there it is! Oh my god, what a first draw for El Momo. Looks like he wants to massacre XL's plant right off the bat, and he might get a chance here. Very low, 9 HP from turn 1. Oh my god, XL is gonna have a little bit of a rough time there. A little bit, maybe an understatement.
It's a yummy start there from El Momo. El Momo.
Hello, Mo.
Hello,
Yeah.
Momo. El Momo.
Elmo. Momo. That's a dream start though. 9 HP off of getting the actual kill. Maybe if he committed a tail slap there, but he wouldn't have gotten the value from the energy. At least he would have gotten the kill already. But, you know, he's going to get the kill in this round, I bet.
You're a dream start.
Oh, he skipped! He allows the heal to go through. Unfortunate, but that means that because of that non-commit, XL's plant has gotten a little bit of value, but that skip did mean that El Momo has a little bit more resources to get into this next round with.
It's always a trade-off, isn't it? You think, is it
Always.
worth it? And I mean, looking right now at the amount of shields he can pull out, it's not as much as you'd think, and so he is actually going to commit to taking down his plan. Down he goes, extra energy gained. He'll take a bit of damage in return. But look at the damage he's dealt in response as well. And
Yeah.
3 of these, 2 of those. That is a plant for a plant, but more energy available for El Momomo.
So the thing about this is 2 sneaky raids in XL's hand, kind of a dead card, right? He's definitely not going to be able to play that 2 backdoor. And yeah, fair enough. El Momo goes for the kill right there. This will definitely kill. I'm not quite sure what El Momo
Oh,
uses these cards, but he has enough energy. He's got all of it going, and he's gonna go for the double speed up XL. That's not gonna kill. So this means that XL, he's gonna have less HP. He's gonna be going first in the next turn
look at
and
the
with all of
speed
the energy.
boost.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about the goldfish. Oh, look at that speed boost. That's
Risky
huge.
fish.
El Momo.
Pulled him all the way up to 5 speed. I haven't seen 5 speed in so long. That is
That
a lot to work with. Doesn't matter how low your HP is there. 5 plus speed, you're kind of gonna be going first.
Yeah, unless the other guy also has a 5 speed up, but that's also not a thing that he should count on. So well played from El Momo, predicting those two, predicting the use of the speed up, answering with his own speed up, and then being able to actually take that win because of his calculation. So that's why Kotei fell to El Momomo. He's just a little bit too good. I think that El Momomo and Dizzy are like the standout players of YGG at the moment.
I tend to agree. Every time we see El Momo, he pulls out something incredible. Dizzy as well, and they're consistent as well. It's never inconsistent with them. It's always showing us how well their minds think, how well they predict. Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it, but they do really, really well.
Yeah, and you can see from the results, YGG has been winning quite a lot of V2 tournaments. They've been on the warpath, and they've really cemented their name as an organization, as a guild in the AxSEA esports ecosystem. So congratulations to them. Really good job for what they've been doing. It's really paying off right now. And let's see if El Momo can make it pay off even more. Let's see if he can actually keep his spot here in the tournament, because this is the lower bracket. All you need is to lose one single match here and it's over for you.
That's right. And so, El Momo, what do you bring to the next table as we go into the next pick and ban? It was speed last time. Is it going to be speed again this time?
Looks like it. They're already banning out the gravel ant plant that they've had so much trouble with. Looks like nobody really wants to deal with this specific plant at the moment.
Oh, the catfish has come out.
Oh, that's the consequence, though. If you don't ban out that catfish, it's probably going to get picked up, and XL is the one who does pick it up first. There's a lot of priority on the ban for this catfish aqua AxSEA, and I think we're going to find out exactly why in this match. There's a tank coming out for El Momomo, though, the same plant that he used in the last one. Oh, and there we go. That's going to be the picks for these players. So you can see Al Momomo, he's got the Bird Aqua Plant, the BAP, or the ABP. While XL, he's also got the Bird Aqua Plant, but the playstyles are very different for these guys. Al Momomo, he's going for a pure damage build, while XL, he's looking for the backdoor, and he's looking to get some sustain and utility out of his Bumpy, Bone Sail, Catfish, Aqua.
Yeah, El Momomo really doesn't pull out the back door, does he?
No, I don't think he's very fond of it. I think he, in his mind, it may be a little bit too inconsistent to really be super viable, you know?
It's fair enough. You can't always rely on the tiny owl coming into your hands or having the amount of damage that you need to output after you pull it either. So, fair enough. There's one thing you can't predict, because when the pick and bans, you need to be able to see their picks so that you're not banning their picks after they've already picked, right? So
Exactly.
you can see the entire thing coming out. What you can't do is predict the order.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, I'd say. So with these compositions, I think XL, he's gonna need to keep that aqua in the middle, keep it healthy, keep it alive, and the longer that he can keep it, going, the better off he'll be. But of course, Al Momomo, he's going for an all damage, all day composition. So if he's able to do pretty much anything that he can, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna force his way through the front. He's gonna force XL to respond to him. And with XL using a backdoor build, he's gonna have to pray a little bit to RNGesus. Needs that little bit of extra luck there.
Start the game, please. They can start, you know. It's I think what they're doing is they have to get each AxSEA and put it into their team, because you have to. They are sitting on the tournament accounts, and so you have to pull the right ones at the right time, put them in the order that you like, and then initiate the fight. Send the battle link to us so we can observe it, and then we jump into the game. That's why it takes a bit of time. And then there's also the observer delay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't really speed it up any quicker.
Can you imagine if you could if you could observe POVs instead of it being like you can see both sides at all times, you switch POVs and it switches like the side that the player is on.
That'd be hilarious, actually. I don't want to see that. Unfortunately, as Battles V2 is on its last legs, I'll be sad to see it go, but Origins is apparently the future. So, fortunately, no chance of that. Very, very unfortunate, because that would have been a very cool addition to an otherwise predictable, a predictable way of watching AxSEA unfold. A lot of controversy as well on Origin these days. But as we get into our next match, though, talk about it in a little bit. A lot of pro players are not a big fan of the mechanics of Origin, saying it's a little bit less, a lot less complicated than Battles V2, and Battles V2 is really where they like to shine. So I can, that's a statement that I can understand, honestly. It's not a huge deal for people to make the switch, but it's kind of like going from one game to a completely different one. So I can feel the frustration of these pro players, because there's a lot of skill expression in Battles V2 that's kind of absent in Origin, and as a pro player, that's kind of what your bread and butter is, your skill expression.
I mean, those particular complaints have existed for as long as esports have. So either honestly, when it comes to things like this, when it comes to an esport making changes, it's either you get with the program, or you don't. And generally, you have to see what happens to the older version of the game. For example, you look at the old versions of CS games, or the OG Dotes, and do you ever see anyone play those anymore? No, not really.
Actually,
I mean,
a little bit there are.
Like, yeah, you'll have, compared to the main scene though, it's an infinitesimally smaller number. So you might get a CS Source tournament with 14 people watching, while there is a CSGO main happening with 100,000 people watching. And
there's your problem. Why are you doing your tournament, your 1.6 tournament at the same time as a major? That's just like, you're not gonna get any viewers.
And so if you try and keep this style of play alive, it'll work for a while, but like all things that become perceived as older, it'll get left behind.
That kind of makes me worry about when we'll be perceived as older.
It's getting closer.
No, it's, you know what? Esports is for everyone, it really is, and I think it kind of shows when a lot of the people that we deal with on a regular basis behind the scenes are really not young at all. But here is a very good first turn from Elmo already starting the destruction on the Platinum AxSEA. He knows that he doesn't have to worry all too much about backdoors turn 1, so he's getting as much value as he can from his bird. Luckily enough, he drew 4 cards that he could play right off the bat. So great stuff from Elmo. Great turn 1, 37 HP on AxSEA's plant already. And they both skip their round 2, looking for the round 3 play now. But there's the round 3 play. AxSEA looks like he wants to shield his plant really well, but that egg manipulate might just have cost him quite a bit. It won't break the shield, so Brash Charge isn't going to get extra damage, but it does do extra damage just by default, and unfortunately, that's a little bit of a misplay for Elmo there. I think that was a little bit too aggressive on the egg manipulate, so that's not going to be good for him. Already in the last round, and he doesn't have another egg manipulate here. Regardless though, that means that AxSEA will not be able to do a backdoor in this turn. So a little bit of protection, I guess, for Elmo and his plant. Oh, he actually did find the egg manipulate, and that's going to be... Oh no, look at that! All the damage mitigated from one manipulation. That's put Elmo solidly back in the driver's seat right here, killing 2 AxSEAs, killing 2 AxSEAs in this turn, but 1 each. And even though he did take quite a bit of damage there in this next turn, he should be... Oh wait, he's actually not been able to draw his good cards, unfortunately. Ooh, what a crit! That's gonna be a dead Aqua, and now Elmo stuck in a 1 vs 2. Another crit though, that's crits left and right here, ladies and gents. How comes the battle of attrition though? Oh my god, I say attrition and he just almost destroyed that plant in 1 turn. What is up? Oh no. But that is that's going to do quite a bit of damage onto the plant of Elmo. It's fine though because he can heal back up and destroy that bird immediately, and even though XL will heal, it won't be enough to take down El Momomo's plant. He won't be able to sustain enough to get through 2 branch charges, and that's 2 branch charges that will take him out. El Momomo with a flawless victory there, 2-0 against his opponent.
He just doesn't quit, does he? It's just all the way till the end there. He does his thing, and it's El Momomo. You know, you'll put up your best fight if you're gonna go for a mirror matchup with El Momomo. It comes down to thinking, and outthinking El Momomo, very very difficult, my friend.
Yes, it is very very difficult, but it's not undoable. He did start in the losers bracket for a reason. He lost a game or two here and there, but the consistency really that El Momomo displays is something that I think will be able to propel him to the grand finals if he's able to get through this lower bracket.
So during the duration of that game, I tried Origin, and I see what you mean. The difference. It's
a big difference, ain't it?
It is interesting. Yeah, you don't have the turns happening at the same time. It is actual turn based, so it is very interesting. But I'm seeing what the 2 throws are. We'll see if there are changes in the future. But until then, we'll be taking a short break. So, ladies and gentlemen, please don't go anywhere because we'll be right back for the next match.
All right, well, okay, welcome back, ladies and gents. You're still watching the Battlesea AxSEA games, and this is the final day of the tournament. This is not a qualifier. This is the grand final playoff. My name is Cheetah coming at you. With me is Jaeger, your casters for today, and we saw El Momomo win another match, keeping himself alive in the last game. He's still in this game, but he's still in the tournament.
Just El Momo things. That's right. He doesn't lose. He doesn't back away, does he? He just does his thing, and so something to be wary of course, heading into the final stages. And I mean, yeah, YGG, they have been pretty consistent across almost every tournament at the moment right now. It's not like it's not like if you're YGG, you are just like bound to win. It's more like YGG have been scouting a lot of talented players recently, and they've been collecting them, and they've been collected well because they've been looking good.
That's true, and really, YGG have done a fantastic job of shoring up their esports roster, training their players, and doing really everything they can to ensure that they have a really good run in the AxSEA esports scene, and it's shown itself. I wouldn't say that YGG is the favorite guild to win this one, because this is, Battlesea AxSEA games. We have all of the countries in sea represented here, so really it's up to whoever whoever is the best of the best, really. So let's see who that is as soon as we get into this next match, which I'm not sure who it's between. We'll see once we get into the draft, which is now. It's going to be between Gods Wars and El Momomo once again. So this is the lower bracket, ladies and gents. So a loss here will kill your tournament run. High stakes for both of them, and they've already chosen to ban the Catfish Aqua. We will be back once the game pops. And there you go. You see their picks. Godswar is going to go with the plant mech, while El Momomo, looking to be a little bit more balanced, he's going to go with his tried and tested mech Aqua plant. But this time, his mech is the one with the back door. He didn't want to use that one in the last game, but this time he shall be doing the thing that that Excel was doing.
Julie, do the thing.
King.
As a reference to Legend of Korra.
Oh, I've only ever seen Avatar: The Legend of Aang.
I would recommend it if you like the world. I think you'd like the movie. I mean,
I do like the world. It's a very nice world, inspired by a lot of Asian culture.
Indeed. Korra may annoy you at times, but it is nice to see where all the characters ended up and whatnot. So, yum yum.
And nice to see Toph still around.
No, you've
My
been
favorite
spoiled.
character personally.
No spoilies for you. I am a little bit nervous for Godswars because, I mean, there's the beast damage, there's the aqua damage, there is the plant tank, and yeah, you can think, oh, hot butt, bit of wooden stab, extra tankage. I don't think it's the play.
Yeah. For Godswars, it's really gonna be touch and go for him here, I think. El Momomo's, unless he puts his, no, even if he does put his plant in the back to avoid the back door with his mech, I don't think it's going to be enough here, strangely enough, because El Momomo, his backdoor mech has beast and bug damage, so that plant might just disappear if that's the one that Godswars puts to be targeted in the back door. But we'll see. Fairly certain that it's still going to be the mech in the back here for Godswars, so El Momomo, he just needs to be able to get the back door going, get that started, and then he should be all good in the hood, I think. Considering that he also has an Aqua, that it won't do as much to the plants, but I don't think that's going to be really his goal. That Aqua, if Godswars does put his mech in the middle instead of the back, that Aqua is going to do a lot to take care of that. Take care of the mech there. So really, it's all up in the air. I think both compositions are pretty decent. I think they're both, well, not evenly matched, but they both have certain win conditions that they can follow. So I'm kind of excited to see this one. How do they play this?
I'll tell you how they play it. Very smartly.
I kind of expect that from them.
Well,
Just
yeah, I mean, if they got
completely
this
honest.
far, they were playing stupidly. Although I say playing stupidly, it could just be Feint doing his 200 IQ thing, and we just cannot keep up.
Oh god, that dude.
That dude. Legit, that dude. I hate so much. He won a best of 5 with a poison bill.
Yeah, he won an entire tournament with an outdated jumping poison. If you guys didn't catch it yesterday, in the last Air Open qualifier, we are talking about Feint, who won that entire qualifier, and he was using the jumping poison build from season like 18, 19. He made it work somehow, and me and Jaeger, we were kind of tearing our hair out yesterday.
I can't believe the things we saw yesterday. The pain, the suffrage.
The suffrage. Isn't it suffering?
No, suffrage.
Just all of the suffrage. hopefully you guys are not suffering along with us, because this is going to be a pretty decent match. And if you guys haven't already been clued in by this point, the Battlesea AxSEA games, they all have pretty much the same AxSEA pool. They have the same 17 AxSEA to choose from. Ban 3, pick 3 every single game, and that's how we're doing it. So no surprise jumping poisons. There is one jumping poison AxSEA there, at Dusk, I believe. So there's a possibility that that will come true, but it doesn't have its partners in crime in the composition. So we won't see, I don't think, jumping poison in today's matches.
Oh, we will.
I'll jinx it, please. Alright, so we're just waiting for them to get the matches started, and we'll be back when the games do pop, so stick around, ladies and gents. You're still watching the Battlesea AxSEA Games Grand Finale Playoffs.
Yep. Okay.
Gotcha. Alright, sorry for the little bit of a delay, ladies and gents, but we're finally ready to get into the game, and here we are, El Momomo versus Godswars, the first game of this series. You can see El Momomo's got his backdoor mech, he's got an Aqua on his side in the middle, and then his plant tank, which is identical as Godswars' plant tank. Well, he also has a plant in the middle and his full damage mech in the back.
I love a full damage mech. Sneaky Raid with the little dot eyes looks so funny. It looks like an NPC would in the Mario game.
Very true, actually. That's like the best
If it had a
description.
mushroom on top of its head, it would look like it makes more sense.
If it was a Toad, it would look like Toad if it had the mushroom.
Or a Ditto.
Yeah, a Ditto. And actually, it fits with the mouth as well. That's kind of the mouth that Ditto has.
Let us see.
Lettuce C.
Lettuce C.
Lettuce E.
Lettuce F.
For respects.
Lettuce G.
Bro, are you G? Carbs, bro, carbs?
Scoops Paré.
Yes, things that an international audience wouldn't understand. Sorry, ladies and gents. That's just some things that people have come up with in our beautiful country. That's
terrible.
We don't like it, honestly, but it's there. It's a meme.
It's something. I don't want to teach the international audience Konyo.
Yes, it's also because coño means like different in Spanish. It's a different thing altogether.
What does it mean in Spanish?
It's a swear word, I believe. It's like something you call somebody. I think it's stupid or something. But alright, first order of business is to do all the damage that Godswars can do to the plant, and he does get it pretty low. It's 172, but it will follow up with its own barrage, 2 cactus and 1 carrot. That does give El Momo the advantage here in terms of energy because the carrot shield broke.
They both
of them.
They both shuffled and then both decided to skip.
Chad move.
Fair enough.
They decided, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with this, and that's exactly what they did. They're not gonna deal with that.
Okay, so he wants to clear this plant. He doesn't want to do that backline damage just yet, but I mean, he definitely can. Look at how he used quite a lot, but he still has the same amount of energy. So fair enough, nice crit there, and wooden stab straight onto that plant, gonna do some extra damage. And there's gonna be the backline going for the double sinister and triple. Oh, he crits on the wrong move, but it doesn't matter.
It's completely fine. He crit on the wrong move. It was a crit anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. And now it's just down to the 1v1 between Godswars' plant and El Momomo's mech. El Momomo's mech definitely has the advantage in terms of damage, but will it be enough damage? I don't think it will. It won't kill right here.
Single crit? Not a single crit? What's going on?
27 is what's left.
He's still alive.
He's still alive, yes, but now, there you go. El Momomo finally gonna get his multi-hit barrage. That's 6 plus 4, that's 10 hits, and this time Godswars is not going to be able to live that barrage. That's El Momomo's first victory in this match. Congratulations, he still is in this game.
El Momomo, very good energy conservation, I have to say. He was able to barrage that plant non-stop, and they're exactly what we were afraid of. the extra damage that you get from having both a mech and an aqua against both of those plants, that yeah, they can put out some damage, but it's not going to be as consistent as the beast or the aqua. And so you can see the damage that was coming out, and that was the first round. El Momomo, he has laid down the pathwork. Let's see what else he has up his sleeve going into the next round, or if we'll see the response, the bounce back going against him instead.
Yeah, because honestly, both players had a very decent. What's it called? They both had very decent teams against each other. The problem is that Tomo had a little bit of a better read, I would say, in that situation. So, better read, better actual play that did spell the demise of our boy God Suarez, at least in that game. Fear not, he has a second chance once he gets into the next game. We'll see the draft as well, because I don't think he's going to be letting the mech through, or the backdoor mech through for this next one. All right, so yeah, we are going to be getting back into this draft. Still God Suarez versus El Momomo. God Suarez, he is on the back foot, and we'll be back when the game pops. Alright, so that is the teams. Those are the teams that they're going to be picking. El Momomo and Godswars. They picked the exact same AxSEAs. It's going to be a mirror match, and this is really where you get to see who has a better skill or better luck. So let's get right into the game here. Both of them have bird, aqua, plant set up, and I think my money is on El Momomo for this one.
I mean, I tend to agree, just because, you know, it's El Momomo.
Very consistent player, very skilled, knows a lot of matchups inside out, and in a mirror match, I think that he has a better grasp on what to actually do when the enemy is playing his same AxSEAs. As for this, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. They both need to what's it called? They both need to go through the front. They both need to kill that plant pretty quickly, and then the aquas should start falling down very soon after.
You reckon a bird versus bird situation?
Very possible. Very, very possible, I'd say.
Looking at it, El Momomo has the slower plant, so his cactus, if he pulls a cactus on this first round and he wants to do that extra damage, he absolutely could.
Yeah, most definitely.
That would not only ensure that any cactus that comes from Godswars will not do the bonus damage as well, considering he'll have lower HP, thus he will have he'll be faster. He'll also have that damage going forward that he can perhaps keep his plant alive, because he's ensured the cactus will be weaker coming from Godswars. So there's little differences that might be made here.
And those little differences could mean the entire game. So let's see who can leverage them better. Because really, Godswars, it's not up to, I think, in this one. I don't think it's up to like individual skill as much as it's up to individual luck for this particular one, because you gotta get all your damage out without your opponent getting their own. So it is going to be a little bit of a good start here. El Momomo is going to get stolen from, but he's going to do the same. And
Just
for this one, yep, it goes straight back. El Momomo's got the advantage in terms of his energy, but he chose to skip there, and that will be the death of his plant, unfortunately. So he's now stuck in a 3 versus 2. He's got all the energy though, so he's going to go for the kill right here. Unfortunately, the pumpkin is going to be a little bit difficult to surpass here, even with all of that damage. Oh, the crit though! The crit will save El Momomo. Predicted the crit. He planned it. It was in El Momomo's plan, and that gave him such a huge advantage in terms of energy, and now he's leveraging that into an AxSEA advantage. It's not even a 1v1 with the bird, it's a 1v2, and he knows, Godswars knows that you can't win that kind of 1v2, so that's going to be El Momomo with the 2-0. Very quick games for El Momomo today. We haven't seen him do anything other than 2-0 today, so very good stuff here. I am quite happy with my predictions so far.
He's too consistent. It's just El Momomo things, you know? He just does what he does, and he looks good doing it as well, to be honest, as he is incredibly attractive. So, well played by El Momomo, and I mean, if anyone else is going to be facing him at any point, just the fear, you know? Knowing who you're going up against is just proper fear.
Yeah, it's definitely a factor, man. It's like going up against any other big esport pro in other esports, like say going against Faker in a 1v1 in mid. That's a little bit daunting, but that's the same kind that El Momomo is espousing right here. So congratulations, El Momomo, still keeping his tournament life alive and eliminating Godswars there from the lower brackets. And that's it for this match. Yeah, so we'll be going into going into a short break, and this today is taking quite a lot less time than we did yesterday. So hopefully we can get into the grand finals post haste. But until then, we'll be taking a short break. We'll be going into match number 4 right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're still watching the Battlexie. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gents. You're still watching the Battlexie AxSEA games, and we have been following El Momomo through the losers bracket. He's still keeping it going. My name is G10, coming at you. With me is Jaeger, and I think it's about time we jump into probably a winners bracket match here.
Just no, we should be following El Momomo all the way on his road to the top. It seems every single match is an El Momomo 2-0, and I feel like he's having a good time. You know, he's just doing his thing, running through all of his enemies one by one, and well, he looks like he wants to do it one more time, or two more times, maybe three more times. Who knows? It's just El Momomo.
Yeah, that's right. But uh, I think by my calculations, we should be coming into the winners bracket finals, uh, since we are. I think I did not quite get the verses from our prod guy flank. So oh, it's Dizzy versus Shiksha. Oh, that's two names that we've actually seen before. Fairly certain that this is the winner side finals, which does mean that we'll still be seeing El Momomo later in the losers bracket finals. So this is going to determine who is the first person to make it to the grand finals later. So this could be a pretty spicy one, but it's not going to end either of these players' tournament lives as quite yet, but they will have their work cut out for them in the whoever loses will have their work cut out for them in the losers final when they have to face up against the legendary El Momomo.
Well, you know, the other prodigal son returns, Dizzy, who is the only one I feel like that can really make El Momomo play his hardest. And so having him jumping into this as well, it's always a scary prospect. We have seen Dizzy lose on occasion, to be fair, but it's rare. It's a rarity.
It is.
YGG on their own, they're incredibly difficult to defeat. And it's been proven time and time again across any AxSEA tournament you've ever seen. You will see at least one YGG winner, perhaps two, three, four, five.
Yeah, winners, 5 winners in a tournament that only has one. But the thing with YGG right now, as we were talking about them, they have such a dominant grasp on the AxSEA esports scene right now with V2, on its last legs. So this is gonna be kind of more of the same for what's it called, for Dizzy and YGG. Definitely hoping to get both of their guys into the grand final. So Dizzy gonna play his heart out. Doesn't want to lose here to Shiksha, who is also another skill player, but uh, unfortunately has not had quite the success that Dizzy and El Momomo have enjoyed.
That's right. And so, Shiksha, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Dizzy comes for you? That is the question as we jump into the pick and ban. And well, we know what they like to ban so far. Gravelant. So Gravelant, it's the bone sail and it's one of the mechs. Normally, that's what we see get banned in the starting stages.
That's right, but we did see the Gravelant and the mech exactly as Jaeger predicted. As he said, those are going to be bad at the starting stages, but we will be coming back to you guys once the game does pump.
Let's go.
Yes, let's go. As Dizzy and Shiksha, they both picked their teams here. Shiksha going with the Mech Plant Dizzy with the Mech Aqua Plant. And this is kind of this is kind of familiar. It almost looks like one of those games that one of the games that El Momomo won with the same composition as Dizzy. Oh, Dizzy is actually from the Philippines. It wasn't Kosei who was the last Philippine representative. My bad, my bad. That is for your guys' information. Into the game, it does look like Shiksha though. He did go for the tech where he put in his he swapped out his mech and his plant's positioning. So the plant is in the back and the mech is in the front. That's pretty dang smart, if I do say so myself, so that the back door doesn't hit him.
Looking at the back door not hitting. You. Me.
I think that back door is going to hit 100% of the
time. Oh, you love the setup. Shiksha really thinking, really. You know, the last time we saw Vietnamese teams play, I think it was here,
yes.
Battlexie, and they did really well. I think they won their matches. So Dizzy, can't underestimate these players. Vietnam, I mentioned it before, they are overlooked quite often, but they have a way.
Yeah, for this one, I think the tech from Vietnam Shiksha is very good in this situation specifically. And he did read that he read that situation from the pick of Dizzy, so good on him. And I want to see what he's able to do with this, because now his mech is at least safe from the back door. So he does have to concoct a way to get past that Aqua though, and he may be doing it with his plant.
Move, please. I want you to move.
Please, guys.
Please move the AxSEA.
We can't yet. We will be moving them, or they will be moving once we what's it called? Once we get all of our cards drawn for turn 1. But until then, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Jaeger. This is all we can do for now. You guys can tell we're pretty excited for things to get moving already. And there it is. The first move will be the hair dagger into double AxSEA kiss. Yeah, both of them are just trying to get that plant down as fast as possible. And it will be 88 damage. 2 HP is what Shiksha's plant is left on, and Dizzy has more energy as well. He's got 1 more energy, so this could be kind of iffy for Shiksha.
Shiksha. Oh shit. Son.
Yeah.
Not like S word son, but Shiksha.
Shikshan. You know,
Shikshan.
I'll forgive it. I'll laugh at it.
She.
No, please no. But here, okay, very big damage move there from Dizzy. But I don't think the double pumpkin's gonna help him out there. The single pumpkin plus cactus is going to take that
wasted
down.
energy.
And that's it. It looks like, yeah, that was some wasted energy. Shiksha was not able to defend, and now his mech is in danger.
What do you think, Shiksha? 2 energy in the next round. Does he commit hard onto this plan because there is the potential for the pumpkin to come out? Or Does Dizzy skip there, not use a pumpkin, saves up the energy, uses the aqua to clear the mech, and then you can start focusing on that plan?
Yep. If as soon as Dizzy's gonna start tearing through this this mech pretty damn easily. Sure, the mech's gonna take the plant out, but then it's still not faster than Dizzy's own guy, than his own aqua. So that aqua is going to be, a little bit.
Oh, he's playing it so smart. He just skips 5 energy. He's gonna have the Sinister Strike.
Oh, it's still in last stand as well. Oh, so Dizzy can still get some value off of it with that damage, and then Dizzy, he's going to go for the big damage play here with his own mech. My God, what a fantastic play from YGG's, or one of YGG's best members.
Heals back, 1 hot bomb, 2 come out, doesn't even need the sneaky raid right now. Plenty of damage afoot.
Oh, and it's a crit!
The Sinister Strike crit! Oh, absolutely disgusting. Jesus, Dizzy, you didn't have to do him like that, my guy.
He's already dead.
Oh, he's already dead.
What was that, through 85 damage or something? Ridiculous. It's for a Sinister Strike crit, it's 250% damage.
Yeah.
So times 2.5 damage on 170 damage in general. Yeah, that's
disgusting.
A lot. And so there's no chance there. I'm not gonna be happy with that. But Dizzy, he shows what he does best. He outplayed. He relied on the luck as well as his own skill, and he made it look good as well at the very end there, winning off the back of a crit. Just Dizzy things.
Yeah, well, he's kind of taking a page from his buddy El Momomo, predicting the crit for the win. But that is going to be 1-0 advantage Dizzy. That is a pretty good first game for our winners final here. Dizzy definitely showing why he's a force to be reckoned with, and I don't know. Yeah, it's not looking all too good for Shiksha here.
Well, he was going up against Dizzy, so that's all I really have to say. Literally, if he's not feeling too confident, it's because he's going up against Dizzy, and there's no shame in that, because it does mean that you do care about it. You do care about getting that victory, and you want to be up there. But scary Dizzy, scary things. He's called Dizzy because once you're done with him, you feel yourself in a daze. He made you dizzy.
Yeah, he makes you dizzy.
With the amazing brain power. If you were to experience the world from his perspective for even a millisecond, you'd be dizzy for the rest of your life, because we are simply lambs to the cosmic slaughter in comparison to Dizzy's brain prowess. 5,000 IQ.
I'm not gonna lie, that is some anime stuff. Yeah. Oh Lord. So right now, as it stands, Dizzy absolutely tearing through our winners final here. No contest in that match. It did kind of look like deja vu from one of El Momomo's matches as well. So could they have this on lock with just with the same kind of composition? I do love to see that.
Well, we'll see. Once the pick a band starts, we'll be able to see if they. I mean, we know what they ban every time. So the question is, with the remaining pieces that they get available to them, what possible other combinations are there? Because really all we ever see is either the PPB, or rather the PPM, the PAM, or we get a PBB as in bird, PPA as in the bird and the aqua, or perhaps you get the PMB, which is the plant mech bird as well. Those are really the only combinations that we've really seen, because they ban every other potential different style of composition. And then
I mean, fair enough. The rest of the comps are.
You're not going to end up with like
little bit
one
tough.
grass snake and then like a mech and a bird.
That's just not happened. No.
It's not. You're not going to see things like that happen. So you have to choose the ones that are safest to you.
Exactly. The ones that you can handle, and that they've done a pretty good job at negating their risk as much as possible. So I do want to see what they have in store. I mean, we were starting to see kind of some mind games in the picks and bans, but a very minor version of them, because AxSEA does have kind of a limited what's it called, a limited kind of pick and ban, even with this that we have right now. So let's see though, as we get into our next one. I believe this is still a best of 3, and our grand finals will be a best of 5. So Lucy and Shiksha already banning out some plants. As before, we'll see you guys back after the draft and when we get to the game.
Love